right, so we are now at the point in our video tutorials where we're going to develop the outside detail here, and then we can start to plot onto a layout eventually. So what we're going to do here is we're going to be a bit sneaky. We're going to snap off the outside corner of that of the floor plan here to give us okay, I've snapped off the line, but that's okay. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to get smart. We're going to use this top piece over here, this top point here of your break, and we're going to run it across here. So if I can get onto that just very quickly, and we bring it across, there we go. And what I'm going to do then is take this break line. I'm going to then go from this point here, where you could, in fact, I'm going to delete the break. It's much better to do that, and I'm going to go break line, and I'm going to then go from that point there to that point there, right? Enter. Right, and whilst that may not be as big as the previous one, I'm going to add the break line in at the top there to show that we are cutting through the wall there. Okay, so again, you can adjust and or change the break line size depending as to how you deem fit to your proportion. I'm then going to go delete that. I'm going to extend the ground line on a little bit longer. The only thing we need to do now is to go and add in the window detail on the outside. Now the window height is the same as the window height that we see here. So if you go look at your detail, you'll see that the window is exactly the same, all right, in terms of heights. It's 1,000 off the top point, and they'll be, remember that the top of the windows will line up unless specified, unless indicated. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull the information across, all right? But before we do that, we want to see where that window starts. Again, we have a projection here. You can go find that detail as well. So it's offset. If you look here, if we look at our, so let's zoom out a little bit here and let's go and have a look. It's offset 875 from that outside corner. So you can either go do that with the offset command. Alternatively, we can click on our window command, our window layer, and I can literally just go pull that up into that space there. Right, and then the next thing I'm going to do, again, is I'm going to offset, instead of pulling another line all the way from the top, I'm going to offset the total width of the window. So that offset is a total of, in fact, before I do that, let's trim that out the way. Let's delete that, and let's offset from there now. So the offset is going to be a total of 1.5 because that's the width of the window. So now 12515, enter. Let's grab that, bring it across. Then we're going to use the information we've got here. And I've got my extensions on, so that's my window height. We're not including the lintel. We won't show lintel in outside detail. All right. And then let's redo the command. So we're going to go base of the window. Again, snap onto the line, drag it across. Then we need to do windowsill detail. So we're going to snap on this corner. All corners and edges, and remember, need to be projected. We're going to go here. Bring that across to, right, there we have it. Now we need to go and add window frame detail. We need to go look at those specifics. I'm going to just delete excess lines here we don't need. Right, okay. Right, so I'm going to then highlight the following. We'll leave it like that for now. Okay, so if we go down to our question, we look at the offset. We know we've got a 50mm border all around. Okay, and then all these, all the window frame widths are going to be 50 from the side or from the front view. Those two panels are 400. So if we work inward from either side, that panel will create itself in terms of its specification or distance. So we're going to come, I'm going to just do the following. I'm going to take those there, and there. I'm going to actually do the following before we do that. This is going to make it a bit easier to do the windowsill detail. So then I'll just add some additional line work into there for the windowsill, there and there. Okay, then I'm going to join all of this together using our join command so that we can do things a little bit quicker. We're going to then offset by 50, so that gives us the external. Right, then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to explode those lines, and then we're going to, if you have a look here, the pane itself from inside edge to inside edge, that window pane is 400. So I'm going to then go offset and obviously type in 400. And because I've released that line, I can just pull it across from there and from there. Now the next offset there is obviously going to be 50. Okay, and another offset from there is going to be 50. I just in the command and I'm just working with it as I go. Right, then I can go ahead and delete that information there and that information there. So that's the external detail done. Now what we're going to look at is adding in any additional bits of information such as window opening detail lines, as well as finish floor level details and lines, and annotations, as well as titles and headings. We'll add those in to the next video.